Hi everyone, and welcome to this video where we're going to be taking a close look at new beta content for Oxygen Not Included, added in just before Christmas 2022. This is part of the continuing releases announced on Clay's roadmap and brings in a lot of new content. The forum post has all the details, and you can read this in full on the Clay forums. The link is in the description. And as always, you can try this out for yourself by right-clicking on Oxygen Not Included, then going to Properties, Betas, and selecting Public Testing. In this video, I'm going to be focusing on the big changes, and I'd better get started as there are so many. The first new introduction is another story trait, this time a Hermit. You can now find them in a Gravitas shipping container on the map, and the idea is that you complete small tasks to gain their trust, much like the Hermit in Don't Starve Together. This is currently bugged for me as the knocking doesn't work, but it seems like my fellow friendly content creator, Luma Plays, managed to get this working, so I've linked his video here for you to check out. After knocking, the tasks are to power the building for 5 cycles and improve the decor nearby to over 120. Then finally deliver 3 different food items of great quality or better. The Hermit will then come out and join the colony and has very good base stats. When the dupes talk to him, they have a chance to get an overjoyed reaction, and he is a very skilled balloon artist. Next up is another new room, the Laboratory. I guessed at what this might be in the last update video, and it looks like I was right. This room has to be between 32 and 120 tiles big, and needs 2 science buildings and a working light. As well as a cool purple colour in the rooms overlay, it says that there is an efficiency improvement for science buildings in it. But I've tested this with some basic research, and as far as I can tell there is no noticeable difference, so maybe this isn't working. What it also does is enable the use of 2 new buildings, the Geotuner and Mission Control building, so let's look at those now. The Geotuner works with geysers, and if you want more information on these, then please watch my tutorial bite that covers these in detail. Geysers themselves also have changes, and now each one has a unique name so you can identify them with the new building. This patch also now adds the calculated average output number directly to the info card once analysed, which will now finally make the mod that does that obsolete. So with this new Geotuner building, we can now buff geysers to improve their material output, as well as increase their temperature. Of course this only works with analysed geysers, but once you have that, then all you need to do is select which one to buff in the building. A dupe with the field research skill will then be able to work the machine to buff the geyser for 600 seconds or 10 minutes. Note that this only counts down when the geyser is erupting. The material output increases by 20%, or a fifth, and you can use multiple Geotuners on the same geyser, stacking additively. This means using 5 Geotuners on the same geyser will double the output, and each 5 more will give you the geyser's base output again. When active, the Geotuner will consume a resource, depending on the geyser type. Currently there are 5, these being abyssalite, bleachstone, salt, polluted dirt, or refined phosphorus, which is the new name for phosphorus. Taking this to extremes, what you can do with this building is frankly absurd. There doesn't appear to be an upper limit on how many Geotuners can be used on the same geyser, and the result is insane amounts of resources and temperature. Now to keep this video more concise, I've decided to take a close look at the maths behind this building in another video. But I can already say that with the numbers as they are, this building is game-breakingly good, so stay subscribed for the details. And the second new science building is the Mission Control Station. As I mentioned, it needs to be in a laboratory, and it also needs line of sight to space to work, although only 1 tile seems to be fine. Then a dupe with the astronomy skill can use the building to give a 20% speed boost to rockets that are moving. When they do this, the rocket exhaust visibly gets larger. It looks like there is currently no way to choose exactly which rocket gets boosted, and the station will just work through any that are in flight. This buff is quite cheap and easy to get, and the benefit is noticeable, so I think this is also a strong addition to the game. Next up is the Conduction Panel, which is found under the Liquids tab, and is basically a cooling radiator for liquids. It functions much like a bridge, but exchanges a lot of heat on its central tile. This will make cooling loops much easier than using lots of radiant metal pipes. The other key thing mentioned is that this should work in a vacuum. Pipes themselves can't transfer heat in a vacuum. So cooling buildings in space was done with a small liquid layer held in by drywall. I think the intent with this new building is that it can transfer heat directly with overlapping buildings, even in a vacuum, removing the need for the liquid. This is a very useful quality of life improvement, although currently it doesn't seem to be working as intended either. Bedrooms also got a change, with the bedroom room being renamed to a luxury barracks, but is otherwise the same. The addition here is a new room, the private bedroom. This now gives a +3 morale bonus if the room has only one comfy bed, 2 decorative items, and is fully closed in by drywall. Drywall itself was reworked too to be more decorative, moving to the base building tab. It comes with a strong decor bonus of +10 and now costs less to build at only 100 kilograms instead of 400 kilograms. With different skins, this effectively makes it like the existing wallpaper mod. Overall, I think the private bedroom is a nice change and now gives some benefit to making nice looking individual bedrooms. Last up, the other big addition is Cosmetic Skins. These were mentioned in the roadmap too, and we now have an early look at what they are and how they work. You can access these through the supply closet on the main menu. I should quickly mention the Check Shipments button, which as of the time of recording, will take you to a Clay internet page which will unlock some of these cosmetics for free for you to try out. If we go into all of the items, there are different categories of cosmetic. These being buildings, artworks, and then 4 clothing categories: tops, bottoms, gloves, and footwear. Starting with the buildings, these replace the artwork for in-game buildings. Their function still remains the same, and you don't need to equip a certain style, just unlock it. Currently, we only have flower pots, comfy beds, and drywall, but this will certainly be expanded. To use this in-game, you'll be given the option to select which of your unlocked skins you want to use when building. It's as simple as that. Artworks similarly have new skins now that seem to apply to masterwork pieces for both paintings and statues. And there is a notable change in-game too. Once an artwork has first been completed, you can now intentionally swap it out with a design of your choice in the same skill level. To do so, just select the one you want and hit repaint. The design will clear and a dupe needs to do it again, but once done, you will have the art of your choice. So now you can customize your artwork to your liking. Back into the supply closet, and the other types of cosmetics are clothes. Each tube can now be assigned a custom outfit from the ones you have unlocked to give them a unique style. Currently these are only block colours, but I definitely expect more variety to come in the future. These costumes can then be saved and renamed in the wardrobe to apply them to multiple tubes easily. And that's all of the big changes for this exciting new testing update. As always, I'll be back with more updates as they come, and stay tuned for the detailed look at the Geotuner. I hope you have fun trying these out for yourself, and thanks for watching.